It turns out that Shaolin Temple has such brutal training methods. Monks use wooden staves to rotate gears. If they're not careful, the staves will get stuck in the gears, and trying to pull them out could injure their arms. A monk named Jack knows how to use techniques to control the stave. He successfully rotates all the gears without getting injured. But technique alone isn't enough, strength training is also essential. Jack drags a 200-pound stone with his stave, inching it along a water trough. After a year of hard practice, Jack passes this level of assessment, and the abbot decides to send him to the next room for training. Monks carry water buckets up a slope and pour water into a pool. The abbot fastens 2 sharp knives to each monk's arms, and they must keep their arms straight. If they sag, the knives will stab their waists. Just a few steps in, Jack loses his balance and nearly falls. After a month of practice, he can not only complete the task with ease but also help his senior brothers. Jack passes the assessment, and the abbot sends him to the next training room. Jack needs to strike a bell with a sledgehammer. This looks simple but is actually difficult because although the sledgehammer itself only weighs 10 pounds, it's fixed to a bamboo pole several meters long. This makes the effective weight feel like 100 pounds, and he can only use one hand. At first, Jack can barely lift the hammer and runs out of strength after a few strikes, unable even to pick it up again. After months of practice, he can wield the hammer effortlessly. Even when the abbot speeds up the striking rhythm, Jack keeps pace, so he proceeds to the next room. The abbot has Jack stand between 2 burning incense sticks, then shakes a candle, ordering Jack to follow the rhythm with his eyes without moving his head. At first, the pace is slow, and Jack keeps up, but when the abbot speeds up, Jack involuntarily moves his head and has to start over. After sustained practice, he can pass even at the fastest speed. The abbot is highly satisfied with Jack's performance, and Jack moves on to the next challenge. The pool is filled with wooden planks, and monks must cross it by stepping on the planks to qualify. Newcomers often fail and fall into the water. Jack tries and also slips in. The abbot then personally teaches him a trick. He gives Jack a plate and tells him to throw it into the pool. The plate creates splashes and quickly sinks, but when the abbot demonstrates, the plate skims smoothly across the water. Jack seems to grasp the principle and practices balance at night using wooden barrels. After many failures, he can finally stand on a barrel. He immediately returns to the pool to practice, repeatedly falling in before succeeding. The next day, Jack performs a difficult stunt in front of his brothers. Standing on one leg, he steps onto a floating plank with his toes and leaps effortlessly across the pool. The brothers are stunned and praise him, while the abbot watches with a satisfied expression.